herbs. It turned out my father-in-law had a rare illness. He could fall ill and die at any moment. I used the chairman's connections to seek advice from the world's top-ranked medical master. Then I bought this bag of oriental herbs worth $1 million. But my wife's family didn't believe me at all. They thought the herbs were worth only $1. They even believed I was trying to poison him. I angrily refuted their accusation. Right then, the eldest brother-in-law looked at me provocatively. He had invited the director of a famous local hospital to examine my father-in-law. He said as long as the director checked my herbs, it would prove that I wanted to harm him. I wasn't afraid of any test, because the doctor I consulted was 1,000 times better than his. Not long after, the director of the famous hospital arrived at my house. He carefully examined my father-in-law's condition. Then he regretfully informed us that the illness was incurable. Everyone felt heartbroken. At that moment, I confidently handed the bag of oriental herbs to the director. He carefully examined each herb and was shocked by how miraculous it was. He said a normal person would die instantly after drinking it, but my father-in-law might actually survive if he drank it. Yet, everyone still had doubts. They refused to let him take it. But unexpectedly, my father-in-law suddenly had an attack. The director immediately ordered them to boil the medicine. A short while later, my father-in-law drank the decoction smoothly, and his condition really did improve. I sat proudly in my chair, watching everyone's astonished faces, but my mother-in-law still couldn't stand me. She harshly ordered me to help my wife wash the dishes. I went into the kitchen. Finally, I had the chance to tell my wife the good news that I had become a company president. But to my surprise, she didn't believe me at all. Just then, we suddenly heard our daughter crying in the yard. My wife and I immediately rushed outside. It turned out both brothers-in-law each had a son. They were driving toy cars around the yard and deliberately knocked my daughter to the ground. I immediately ordered them to apologize, but the brothers-in-law said it was my fault, just because I couldn't afford a toy car. I angrily made a phone call. 5 minutes later, 10 Rolls-Royces appeared at the gate of my house. Under everyone's shocked gaze, I proudly got into one of them with my daughter.